Hi there. Welcome to Beyond Shadow. So today I wanted to talk about lashes because I get a lot of questions on how do you get your lashes so perfect, and so I kind of wanted to share that. And lashes there is a little bit of a trick to it, so I kind of wanted to share my little trick and see if that works for you. Hopefully it does. So I usually use my favorite lashes. They're Lash Stories from Sephora, and these are called Ouch, but you can use whatever lash you like, and generally this is going to work for you. So if I use a glue with that, I typically are using a duo glue. Love this glue, works really well. I use the dark one. This is actually the black glue, so I like using that, and I also have my little tweezers that I use with it as well. So the questions I usually get are, how do you get them lined up so perfectly? And the truth is, practice, because guess what? I sucked at it at first, and that's okay, but you can just keep trying it, and then once you get the hang of it, it really does go a lot easier as you do it more often. So now I'm kind of a lash addict, and I love doing them every single day. So I typically take these lashes on the go as well when I travel. I always have an extra set with me just in case, but these are great for reusing, which I love as well. You can use these I use them about 3 or 4 times depending on how well they stay up and possibly what your makeup is doing for you. So if you have a lot of glitter in there, you might get a lot of glitter in the lashes, and you may need to use a new pair, but that's okay. So as you can see today, I went a little bit gold and glam, a little red. I've got this flame going on here, and these lashes are going to look great with that. I actually call this eyeshadow blend She's on Fire. So I will put the lashes as well as the shadow blend in my description. So the first trick to applying these is getting them out of the box. I had a lot of trouble with this at first, but if you take the edge of the lash and then you just start to peel away at the edge, you'll actually be able to lift it up and then just peel it right off, just like that. So when you get the lash off of there, you probably want to trim it. If you don't know what size your eye is and you need to try this out, you can actually just put it over your lash without any glue and then see if this is going to fit for you. And if not, you can trim off the edges. I also like to use this little tiny pair of scissors to get that done. And it's not hard. You just take the ends of the lash and you can kind of trim just a little bit right off of the edge. And that I usually just do the ends of the lash for me, but if you need a little bit more off, you can do that. And then you can also give it a shot, see if that works, and if you need to trim a little bit more, go ahead and do that. Once I get them trimmed, I just hold the lash right in the middle. You can actually just put it right between your fingers that way, and then I take my glue. Make sure that I get the whole band, because if you don't, you can find that part of it will peel away. So just, put it onto the band of the lash, and then you can kind of just paint it on just like that. And once you get it painted on there, on the entire, and then you can put maybe a little extra right on the end. I use the lash tweezers. Some people like to just use their fingers to apply the lash, but I actually like using the tweezer, and I put that on there just like that. And then make sure you dry. I think that's one of the keys to getting them to stay on perfectly, is making sure that glue is just the right tackiness to put it onto your lash, and you want to put it right on the top of your lid, right over your real lash. So I just kind of blow on it a little, wave it around a little bit, get it dried out. And that's actually pretty perfect. So maybe about 40 seconds of some dry time. And then once you see that it's a little bit tacky, you can even touch it and see if it's a little tacky. And you want to go ahead and apply it to your lash. Now, the trick, just getting it over the lash and putting it in the center there. And once you do, you can line it up. Again, practice makes perfect. Making sure that it's on right. Sometimes it doesn't always work the way you want it to, so you might have to go back and do it again. It's okay. Once I get the lash on there, I can use the tip here. I try and use that tip just a little bit to kind of press down the lash. It works really well. Or you can use your finger just to make sure the lash is where you want it to be, and presto. Ah. Okay, so then I'm going to do the other side again. Just kind of use the corner of your nail to peel it off, and then once you get it off of there, by the way, always keep the tissue handy because some of the glue might come up on your finger. And then once you get it out of the box, you've got it trimmed exactly the way you like it. Perfect. Again, I just kind of hold it between my fingers there. I put that lash glue right on the band, just painting it on there a little bit. Getting those edges just a little bit more than the rest of the band, just to be sure. And then after it's been on for about, a minute or so, you can double check and make sure it's right where you want it to be. Because guess what? They can still come off at that point. So if you have to reset it a little bit, you can. And then once you get that other one into the little tweezers, and make sure it gets dried out. That's the only part. You kind of wait, make sure that it's tacky enough for me to put it on there. One of the little secrets that I usually like to do on the edges is I like to have my black eyeliner on the top of my lid because it really does keep that band looking like it's part of your natural lash. So once I get that on there, then I can move around a little bit. Get that corner on there. I think the corners are probably one of the things that I struggled with the most. Once I learned how to do that, got that corner on there just right, just like I like it. It came out great. So, applying lashes, not as bad as you think it is. And I think that these wear really well because they kind of go with just about any shadow blend that you're wearing. They make for great length as well as the thickness on these. One of the other little tips that I use is if you do make a little bit of a mistake in there somewhere, or you just need to add just a little bit more to your corners because you might find that the corner lifted just a little, you can actually just apply a little bit of black liner. You can use a liquid, or if you have a pencil, and you can just kind of fill in that spot, and then it really gets it to flowing really well, so your entire eye is covered and it makes it look very, very nice. So I like doing it that way, and it's okay if you do make a little bit of an error, and you can go back and adjust them. I've had to do that. It's not a problem. So, but once you get used to putting them on, and then you get, kind of in the rhythm of how you like putting yours on, it makes it a lot easier. So I hope this helped. Great. Well, thanks a lot. Make sure that you subscribe to my channel. I'll have more videos. And again, I'll put my She's on Fire eyeshadow blend that I used today in my description. Hope you liked it. Thank you. Bye.